be gone. It's not okay. We weren't alone. Lost in your eyes, Paris night skies, both hypnotized.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Saturday. That was a little bit of an overexcited hello compared to the end of that song, which was a lot more mellow. But anyway, hello to you guys in the live chat room tonight. How are we all doing in there? That was my song called Paris Nord, of course, and that was requested over on Patreon to start the live stream tonight. So let's have a look at who we've got in the live chat room tonight. We have, lots of heart things all kicking off. And what is happening here? I left a message in the live chat room just asking what the target was for tonight. I'm going to get this up on screen actually just as we start. We are aiming for a new record tonight of 660. But I then didn't have time to type anything because I was about to go live, so I just did an emoticon thumbs up. And now I've got at the bottom of the screen all of the emoticons that have displayed, and I can't get rid of them. So they're just going to be there for the whole live stream, which is going to be great. So anyway, yes, let's give a shout out to you guys there in the live chat room. It's made the live chat room even smaller because of all of the emoticons in the way. But we have Alison, Lisa, Billy, Laurie, and Kaylee, Daisy, Oh, here we go. Gail, Joe, Sue, Mikey D, Tabby, Pesh, Dwayne, Frank, Laurie, Alison, Laura, Ro, Dee, Debbie, Butterfly, Spirit, and Karen, and Laurie, and Kyrie, and Billy, and maybe 321. Hello, everybody in the live chat room. It was going slowly, then it went really quickly. So, yeah, thank you for joining me on this Saturday night. Now, because we're aiming for a new record of likes on the channel, we're looking for every single thumbs up we can muster. If you can leave a thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be very much appreciated. And if we do hit that target for tonight, we're going to be having a fill jam, but is it going to be 211 or 212? There have been quite a lot of these, so as you can understand, I'm losing track of them, but it is 211. So we're on the correct number, which is great. Let me get the names of my patrons up on screen because they make this all possible in the first place. Thank you guys. You know who you are. They're the foundation of everything that I do and make this live stream possible and all the videos that I do on the channel possible as well. So yes, thank you guys. Let's get the like-o-meter up on screen to see where we are at the moment. 292, so closing in on 300, and this math is getting very difficult for me to do. If we get to 300, that means we need 360, so 367 is that, maybe 365. That's what I'm going with, whatever that is. I think that's right. That's how many more people we need to tune in and hit the thumbs up before the end of the live stream. So that is a lot of people, but we're closing in on 300, so approaching halfway. And we'll see where we end up a little bit later on in tonight's live stream. So let's have a quick look at what we've got on the agenda for the cover video tonight. It's going to be between You Know My Name, which is currently in the lead, and Hotel California is the other one. So whichever one of those you want to hear my version of later on, make sure you vote. And it's at the top of the live chat room as always if you want to vote for that particular poll, cover video, race, whatever you want to call it. This is the point at which I say you don't have to donate. Just watching is great. And I know that people can't resist donating. So for those people, I think it's important they know between 45 and 60% goes to YouTube through the super chat window, and between 3 and 5% goes to PayPal through the PayPal link, which you can find in the description below. But you don't have to donate. And that goes for everything. You don't have to donate to get an analysis video. You don't have to donate to watch a live stream or anything. Just tuning in is great. And as I always say, if you want to leave a thumbs up, that's even better. But you can introduce yourself into the live chat room. And that's how we get to know each other. And we get to recognize usernames. And obviously, you know my name. But recognize it. Oh, that was a good accidental... what do they call that? Not a pun. Maybe a pun. But a plug, maybe, of the cover for later on. So anyway, you know my name. But, getting to see your usernames and kind of week after week, month after month, year after year. If you've been tuning in for a long time, we all get to know each other. It's a great place to hang out on a Tuesday night and a Saturday night, 11 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. That's how we roll with the live streams. So I know that there have been donations, so thank you guys for those. And the first one I get into is in the super chat window because Paul donated $5, so thank you for that, Paul. And the message is 464,000 subscribers, or is it 465,000? Either way, it's awesome. Please spike the likes and let's have fun tonight. All y'all rock. So thank you for that, Paul. And I think it's 465. Let me just skip this advert that's trying to jump in. Did I change the number? Yes, I did change the number. So 465,000 subscribers. I think we've hopped over 464. I think we did that right at the end of the last live stream. But 465,000 now, which is amazing. So thank you guys for subscribing and hitting the thumbs up. in order to get notified for all of the videos, you will have to click on the notification bell when you do subscribe. So just so you know that, we'll keep on pushing forward and see where we end up. But 465,000 is amazing and a very nice number indeed. So, oh, Maltese has donated $9.99 as well, so thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, did something happen to your hair? It is looking much less voluminous than usual. So thank you for that. And my hair's entirely random, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it does. It just does whatever it does. But I think it, to me, just catching a glimpse of myself in the feed of the live stream, it looks all right to me. It's what I would certainly not class as a bad hair day, because yeah, when there's a bad hair day, either you can't see anything, or bits from this side, you can see that they kind of come down and curl backwards, and that's all fine. And if they do that on both sides, that's great. The problem is when you get something from like here wanting to curl this way, and something from here wanting to curl that way. So you've got like this contradiction in terms of the hair deciding where it wants to go. And no matter what you do, it still just goes that way. And even when I rewash my hair and then dry it again, and it'll still go in the same direction. So I'm absolutely fine with the hair tonight. It seems to be all right. And this is the thing that before the live streams, I mean, I don't try and do my hair in any special way. It just is what it is, because it would take too long to try and do something fancy. So anyway, yeah, thank you for that. And there have been donations over on PayPal as well, so I will jump into those. And I can't remember whether I mentioned this one last time, so I'm going to mention it again. Sue donated £20 and said, life and YouTube moves fast. You're now up to 464,000 subscribers, not 463,000. There's too many numbers going on here. Congrats on the amazing, steady and well-deserved channel growth. So thank you for that. That was at the end of the last live stream, I do believe, hence the numbers. And Robert donated £20 as well. So thank you for that, Robert. And the message is, love your website and your work. This donation is for the Steve Lukather mention of your tough room on the Rick Beato podcast. Keeping them honest is tough, but please do not stop. I would be so annoyed if I had spent hundreds of dollars to hear a band and then found out they were lip syncing. So thank you for that, Robert. And yeah, I mean, it's great to know that the channel's getting out there and that people like Steve, are watching the videos, which is great. So yeah, I wouldn't really call it a tough room. I'd call it just an honest room. Which maybe for people in the industry means it's tough, but it's just an honest and transparent room. So there you go. And I will jump into another one. Now, just something that I have mentioned before, and I know that people love the hair talk, and referring to Maltese, I think last time I referred to this shampoo that I used to use that was then discontinued, and then it came back with a new formula, and basically the new formula just meant it didn't work anymore. And it was called Thicker Fuller Hair, and it was in a green, and I think when they relaunched it, it was in a green thing again, and somebody linked me to it when I mentioned this, and this must have been maybe a couple of years ago now, and somebody said, oh, they still do that shampoo, and I ordered it, but it's the new formulation that just doesn't work like it used to do. So I used to use that shampoo, and yeah, it was called Thicker Fuller Hair, so I guess it made your hair thicker and fuller. But yeah, I mean, the other thing is, with live performances, like here, I'm in a nice normal temperature environment, whereas when you're especially recording a video or playing live and you're under lights for multiple hours, and yeah, you start getting very hot, that's where the hair starts to get excess volume. So I think with a lot of the performance videos and the cover videos, being in the studio under the lights, because I had one camera to film it all, so it means I had to go through it once, change the camera position, go through it again, change camera position, do it again. You start to get the picture, so it means that you're spending ages just trying to get all the video bits to have angles to cut to for the cover videos, and you just get warmer and warmer, so the hair gets bigger and bigger. And you just gotta hope that by the end of the video it doesn't look ridiculous when you first started, and then when you finish and it's like, you've added some serious volume to your hair. But I've also changed hairdressers, which is something that happened a few years ago as well. And I don't know, I think every hairdresser has a different way of doing it. And I don't know anything about hairdressing, so I don't know how they do it, or how it was cut before, how it's cut now. I don't know, but there's probably different techniques involved to making it more volumized and all that stuff. But anyway, that's enough hair talk for tonight. But I thought I'd mention it because I was thinking, it's probably a couple of years ago that somebody asked me about that. Right, now we have, let me just move on. CD orders, which is good. And a donation here from Mitchell, who donated £1 and 2p. So thank you for that. And getting through them again. Fern has donated £5. Thank you for that, Fern. And I think this is yes, it's a straight up donation. So thank you for that. And Nicole has donated £12 as well. So thank you for that, Nicole. And the message is, hello and bonsoir, Phil. Congrats on your 464,000 subscribers again. Okay, right. So this is before we went over into 465. I'm just going to probably just give up with trying to remember the numbers because they just go so quickly. Phil, you're right. In the last video, be vigilant to protect copyright and personal creativity. Good weekend and stay safe. Love and rock time. So thank you for that, Nicole. Tammy's donated £25. Thank you for that, Tammy. The message is, hi Phil, congratulations on hitting 465,000 subscribers. 500,000 is right around the corner. You're awesome rock. So thank you for that. And I mean, even still, 500,000 is 35,000 people away. So just think of that amount of people in a stadium or something. So yeah, we've still got quite a way to go for 500, but thank you for the optimism. And Debbie has donated £10 as well. Thank you for that, Debbie. The message is, hi Phil, congrats on 465,000 subscribers. Thanks for looking at the live Evanescence performance this week. Amy has such a beautiful and haunting voice. I think she did a commendable job singing, given the situation she was dealing with. You're awesome. Love you, Debbie. So thank you for that. And Karen's donated £6 and 82p. Thank you for that, Karen. The message is, hi Phil, congratulations on hitting 465,000 subscribers. It's going to be a competition to see how many times I can say the subscriber count in one live stream, because I think this might be a record. But we continue. I've watched your channel grow for 5 years. You've been rocking. On that note, from Mindful Talk, describe a time when you did something that you didn't think you'd be able to do. Thanks for all you do and for being you. Cheers, Karen. So thank you for that. And I don't know. I don't think I don't think my brain works that way. That I do something, think, I never thought I'd be able to do that. Generally, I think that if I can't do something yet, it's because I haven't spent enough time practicing. And that's I think how my mind works. Is it's not like I guess anything is possible. That's what I think. So if something isn't possible, it just means it's not possible yet. But it will be if you apply yourself and you practice and do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think, because even with music and wanting to do music full time, and from my kind of late teens of being in cover bands and then doing original music in my early 20s and then getting a band and doing gigs and all that kind of stuff, I think when you've got the focus of doing it full time, you kind of work towards that. So it's not that kind of when you get there, you don't think, oh, I never thought I would be able to do that. You think, well, the amount of time I've put into it is literally a matter of time until it does happen, because I can't not succeed putting in the amount of work that, you know, I was putting in and still do put in every day. So yeah, I don't think I've done something where I thought, oh, I thought I wouldn't be able to do that, because I'm very organized. I always plan ahead, and if I want to try and achieve something or do something, then I plan out, right, well, how am I going to achieve that? And then I kind of go through all the things I think I need to do in order to get there. And then eventually, I mean, when I say eventually, when we're talking about being, 18 or 19, back then, maybe I didn't think it would take kind of 20 years of working at it every day. But, I mean, that's the thing, is it does prove the theory right, that if you work at something every day, eventually, it might take 20 years, but eventually you'll get there. It's just, I think, the case that maybe the reason a lot of people don't get to that point is after maybe 10 years, they might give up, or they'll have other family situations going on. They might have kids and all this kind of stuff. So, yeah, I think anything's possible, really. So anything that I've been able to do, I think was probably just planned in order to hopefully happen. Obviously, you hope it'll happen and you believe that it'll happen. And I think that when you do that, when you kind of truly believe that you can do something, then you can achieve it. You don't know how long it's going to take, but I always go back to that quote or that scenario that I had with loads of other musicians who say, oh, I'll do anything to be a musician. You know, I'd give anything in order to do it full time. And my answer is always, will you give 5 to 6 hours a day for the next 20 years? And then you can be full time. Because people will say, oh, I don't know, that seems like quite a long time. That's a big commitment. And then I think, well, you just said you will do anything. And I think people see it as, oh no, I meant like go swimming in sub-zero water. It's like something really stupid. It's like, yeah, you're never going to be able to get there by doing that. The thing that you need to do is anything and everything. I think that's what it boils down to. It's like, oh, I'll do anything. But will you do everything? You know, put in all the amount of work that you need outside of your job, your work hours. You know, any time that you get free, you got to dedicate to where you want to be. So anyway, yeah, thank you for that, Karen. And I suppose, no, it still doesn't work. I was going to say maybe if I like got an eagle on a par 4 and like in golf, and I know that the second shot is like miles away from the green, and I know that I don't get lots and lots of eagles, but like one when I was miles away from the green, and I say miles away, maybe 80 yards, 100 yards, but then it goes straight in the hole from a very long way away. So it obviously saves a lot of trouble with chipping and putting and adding lots of scores to that particular hole. But anyway, the point is, did I think, oh, I never thought I could do that? My mindset is always, well, if it goes in the hole, that's what I'm aiming to do, or that's what I'm trying to do. So if it goes in the hole, then I was trying to do that. I mean, obviously it's like a 1 in a million thing if it goes in from that far away, but even still, you think, well, yeah, you wouldn't say, well, oh, I never knew I could do that. I thought, well, I am trying to get it in the hole. Not that from that kind of distance you can kind of even see the green or how it is, or where you would need to hit it on the green to get it to roll in. So there's an element of luck to it, probably quite a lot of luck to it, but I would still say that if you're trying to get it in the hole and it goes in the hole, then that's it. It's just what you're trying to do. It's just a shame it doesn't happen every time. So thank you for that, Karen. And Jacqueline has donated £3. Thank you for that. And the message is, likes up so we can hear Phil jam, or else I will cry. So there you go. Thank you for that, Jacqueline. So bribery with threatened tears from Jacqueline. So if you could hit that thumbs up, that would be great. We're aiming for a new record on the channel tonight of 660 likes. So we'll keep an eye on that. We are at 448 at the moment, which means we're looking for, what, 211? I think that is. So I got a little bit lucky with the maths there. It was quite close. Right, we've got another donation. And Daniel's donated £5. So thank you for that, Daniel. The message is, hello, Phil. Jimi Hendrix played his guitar at A equals 432. So thank you for that, Daniel. And for people that don't know, I mean, the other way of describing it is Jimi Hendrix tuned down half a step, or a semitone if you're here in the UK, but I know that over in the USA you say steps and half steps. So yes, E flat is what he tuned down to. So it means that if you are trying to play like an A on a piano, which will be 440 hertz, it will be a semitone lower than that. So this is why, referring to hertz, frequencies, this is why the A equals 432 and the A 440 is, yes, standard tuning. But Jimi Hendrix, the reason that I'm thinking is because Jimi Hendrix tuned down, but the exact frequency, I guarantee you, moved all over the place when Jimmy was playing with his whammy bar. And because what would happen is he'd be playing live, and I don't know, I think probably in the studio as well, in long sessions, when he's playing, he would just tune up, and especially live he did this, he would just tune up live when he can hear that his string's out. So what that means is that if he's been using his whammy bar a lot, say for example his low E string is now not only a semitone flat, but a little bit more, because it is, you know, it's lost a little bit of tension, but it is moving because of the tuning and how aggressively he's playing using the whammy bar. So it means that he'll now tune up another string in relation to the string that is now not where it was or where it should be, an exact semitone. So this is what I mean, that, yeah, I guarantee that they're probably all manner of frequencies from, you know, 432 and less than that, that Jimmy was playing at, especially live. And yeah, and this is what happens with the band sometimes. They tune to themselves. So the guitarist will tune to the bassist in that particular, you know, setup, having a three-piece. So you could be trying to play along with it, and if you're tuned to A440, or if you're tuned to standard tuning, or even to E flat, if you're taking it down a semitone, and you still might not quite be there. It's just the way that it used to work back in the day, of especially bands that were, yeah, not too worried about being exactly at a particular frequency for tuning. They just tuned to themselves and rocked out. Yeah, thank you for that, Daniel. Right, we have had another donation, and Maltesers donated $9.99, so thank you for that. Again, the message is, are you still working out on your 8 weeks on 8 weeks off schedule, still cut? I don't know what that means. 8 weeks on, 8 weeks off, and then still cut. I don't know, are we still talking about hair? I'm not sure, but in terms of my hair, I'm not sure how long I leave it. It's now at the point where I just try to get in a haircut where I can, when I've got time to actually sit down and have a haircut. So, yeah, I don't know what that refers to. If it is hair, then yeah, I'm not sure how many weeks go between. It's when it's in front of my eyes that I then have to get the fringe seen to. But thank you as well, Ninja Kitty Bonks, $2, who says, please consider Phil Jams as promo short videos, with a thumbs up. So thank you for that. And yeah, I've mentioned this in the past, that the jam tracks, the tracks that I'm playing over the top of, I don't own those. And yeah, if I start using those in lots of shorts and lots of videos, if people haven't content ID claimed them or registered them, if they don't own the publishing rights to them, even though they've made them, it means that they won't get credited with the backing track that I'm playing over. So yeah, when talking about copyright, is something that yeah, if I'm using somebody else's copyright material, it gets a little bit complicated, and yeah, I wouldn't want to kind of put loads of stuff up on my channel that means that they aren't going to receive the revenue for that, because you know, it is their backing track at the end of the day. So thank you for that. And Elaine has donated $2, so thank you for that as well. The message is, you seem tired tonight, Phil. Time for a day off, question mark. So I guess, well, this week has been just insane with busyness, because I've got my side project that I'm working on. I had a chat for a couple of hours with Chris Lipe on Monday. Then on Tuesday, after the live stream, and I haven't told everybody about this yet, but I did say at the end of the last live stream that I then had to leave quickly because I was chatting with Dr. Dan and for his YouTube channel. But that's going to be released next month, I think. So yeah, we were just chatting for about, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half, couple of hours. But yeah, about singing, pitch correction, the industry, and Dan's view from the coaching perspective, and you know, the fact that he's asked to look at performances as well from that vocal perspective, and how so much of what he's looking at is pitch corrected. And there are a lot of videos that he actually intentionally doesn't do because he knows that he'll just have to tell everybody that it's pitch corrected. So, and that's actually something that goes across the board. When I was chatting with Chris Lipe, he was saying about certain videos, you know, having to weigh up, well, should I do this video? Because if I mention that it's not actually live, or it's not actually, you know, a live vocal, or it's unpitch corrected, when it actually has been pitch corrected and people think it's, you know, something that it's not, that they'll potentially get, you know, not hate mail, but, you know, trolls leaving comments saying, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, they're not using pitch correction and all that kind of stuff. So it's very difficult for vocal coaches, because they're actually, I mean, they're not in my position where, you know, I just point out everything, and I've got the objective proof on screen. So I think when you can't display that, it's very difficult. But certainly from the vocal coach perspective, you think, well, yeah, it's very difficult for people to say, oh, you know, how do I sing like this particular person? And the answer is, well, it's mostly pitch correction. So you need to download this plugin. You know, obviously a vocal coach doesn't want to. That's not a lesson. That's not going to get you to sing any better. But sometimes that is, you know, what you're looking at. And I know that Chris has looked at performances, and he's literally watched it from beginning to end, and he's thought, I can't teach anything from this vocal. I mean, and I think it is a bit of a crazy situation to be in, where coaches across the internet, and some of them don't know, you know, that something's pitch corrected and they can't hear that it is. But there are some coaches who can, and then kind of avoid doing those videos. But it's amazing to think that a vocal coach can't teach a viewer anything about the vocal you're hearing, because it's not a real vocal, you know. So yeah, this is why. Yeah, I've been very busy. I was chatting with Chris yesterday. We spoke for about 3 hours, and I'm going to release a video on my channel from that chat that we had. He's going to be doing a video on his channel at some point in the future, because we were talking about my side project, which I was talking about to Chris, and it was great to chat with Chris because he's got a very informed mind about singing, about authenticity, about playing live, and all these different things that, yeah, and production as well. So he's got a lot of knowledge in a lot of different areas. So this is why it was great to chat to him about my side project, what I'm going to be doing. And yeah, he's very excited about it all, which is great. And it certainly, you know, makes me think, well, it's something that could go down quite well. But because we were talking about that yesterday, it means that that particular video on Chris's channel is going to have to wait a little bit until probably the launch of this side project, because then everything I'm talking about in that video then is allowed to be talked about, and everyone will know what it is. But I'll release a video on this channel as well, letting everybody know when it launches. But as always, over on Patreon is the place to go in order to just stay in the loop all the time. And yeah, so it means that this week it's been really busy because I've, you know, had the effectively 3 interviews, and the live streams I've still been doing, and the videos I've still been doing and recording those, editing them together. So it's like all extra work. So it's just trying to find find time somewhere to then do the admin that I should be doing on a Monday and a Thursday, as well as doing the side project. So yeah, I think it's probably going to be this for the next couple of weeks, just all in and get everything organized, get it sorted, launch the side project, and then once it's out there, it might get even worse if it all takes off. But it'll be a good problem to have if what I'm doing and what we're doing, or something that we might be able to achieve together, can have an impact on the music industry, a positive impact on the music industry. You know, that'll mean that I'll then have to spend a lot of time on this project when it launches, but it's definitely with something worthwhile in mind, and it could be achieving something that it might be the point at which in the music industry people now get to know what they're watching, and therefore can make informed decisions about which artists they like to listen to, like to go and watch live, depending on what they know about that artist, which would now be common knowledge. Rather than me pointing it out in videos, it'll be kind of out there. The information will be freely available. So yeah, anyway, let's jump into the super chat window again. Cheryl has donated $19.99. Thank you for that, Cheryl. And that's her 3rd super chat donation, and it is a straight up donation, so thank you for that. And Kyrie Ellison has donated $5. Every time I have to I have to do Mr. in order to get the pronunciation. So yeah, Kyrie Ellison donated $5 and says, in golf, skill to get it close and luck to get it in. So thank you for that. And well, I'd say skill to get it close and objective complete to get it in. That's how I think about it. So, but the objective is very difficult to complete. Anyway, thank you for that. And I am not going to be able to say this name. So, apologies for that. But it is 50. I'm not sure what those are. So we have a new currency as well, and a new name. But thank you for the donation. And maybe you can write down how I pronounce the name, because then I will know for the future. But PLN. So I'm going to say maybe it's Poland, because that's Poland. So maybe it's the Polish currency, which I'm not sure what it is. But thank you for this donation. The message is thoughts about vocal coaches who just tell you to sing the same 1.5 octave lip trill for 3 years, and telling you your vocal break will just magically smooth out. Spoiler alert, it won't. So thank you for this. And well, this is really, it's different for me personally, because doing loads of, and I kind of learned to sing in kind of my late 20s, learning to sing for me from lots of different courses, and, when YouTube then became more popular, checking out vocal coaches on YouTube, everything I watched, and still actually to this day, it doesn't suit my voice, or it's not relatable for me as a singer. And when I say that, it's because on I say all, not all, but most of the courses that I looked at, they would go through like lip trills, for example. And if people don't know what it is, it's when you go like that with your lips, and you go, and you keep doing that through the scales all the way up, as kind of high as you want to do it. So what happens, or should happen, with your voice is you will naturally have a vocal break where your voice flips like a yodel into head voice. And that point at which it flips is in the same part of your range, and it's like a natural thing that people can't stop from happening. The problem, what I've always had is my voice has never done that. I've never been able to do that yodel flipping over, and until very recently I only found my falsetto register, because my voice just kind of went, kind of just went up and down. So when vocal coaches were going up and then doing the break, I thought, well, I can't do that. So where do I go from here? So it's been very much trying to figure it out in my own way. And with basically the example is when you're doing it without lip trills, and with lip trills, having the air is supposed to kind of relax you more and allow you to get into your kind of higher range. But what would happen is, I think most guys would kind of go and when they get to around there, they would flip, and their voice would, you probably know what a yodel's like, but it's not really as controlled as a yodel. It just goes up into a head voice, whereas my voice just kind of went and it just kept on going up. So I thought, well, where's the break? How do I do that? And I've never been able to do that. So but talking about, anyway, back to this, we have vocal coaches that say, if they do the same 1.5 octave lip trill, like the, a scale that will go up a little bit higher. Just doing that to magically fix your break. Because I've never had a break, I can't say whether it does happen or doesn't happen, but all I will say is that I don't think doing it's all got to be relevant for what you're going to be doing. So if you're going to be singing a particular song, you've really got to break that song down and find out where it is in your range, first of all. But I mean, you might need to transpose it to kind of bring it into your range. But it's then finding out, right, well, there might be a point at which your voice wants to flip kind of into head voice, and it's navigating that. And I think the only way that you can improve that and get rid of that break and that flip that happens is to spend time in that area and feel what it's like. But I've never been able to feel what that's like. So that's it. And it's kind of annoying, because I know that if you have that break in your voice, you can access high notes. I mean, you've got something that flips and it sounds a bit weird, and it might take a lot of time to try and smooth it out. But the positive from that is that you can get into your head voice with minimal effort. Your voice it's almost like your voice naturally goes into your head voice, so that you don't have to worry about reaching the notes. They happen automatically. It's just that when you get there, it's just a sudden flip that is a bit uncontrollable to begin with. So but everyone's different, and this is we can see capital letters. Bella says, Phil doesn't have a falsetto voice. I think of the Bee Gees when falsetto. The last live stream, someone said Phil had a falsetto voice. No way, Jose. So thank you for that. And like I've said, I couldn't even do falsetto until very recently. And my falsetto is in no condition to be used on a song, because I've never used it in my whole life. So and it's not something that I'm really too worried about working on, because I just do head voice with air, going ha 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 ha, staying alive, ha, doing that. That's a head voice, but putting air in there. So I suppose maybe going ha 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 ha, still sounds a little bit Bee Gees, but but that's all of that is not falsetto. So there you go. It's just either head voice or head voice with air to make it sound like falsetto. But doing the falsetto, something that I haven't been able to do. Anyway, so we are now up to date with the donations, and thank you for that. Right, We are at 546 likes. So if you could hit that thumbs up, it would be very much appreciated, because we're trying to get up to 660 tonight, which means it would be a new record for the channel. But it is a lot of people, so we're still looking for 112 more people to hit that thumbs up and ensure that we do have a fill jam at the end of the live stream. Now, the thing is about these targets is that we're trying to fit the record of likes in each live stream in the same amount of time. So just trying to just cram in as many people as possible in, an hour and 15 minutes. So yeah, we will see where we end up. So 104 people. We'll keep an eye on that. Now, something just popped into my head. Oh, we're going to be having Picture Corner later on as well. I say later on, it's already 10 to midnight. So we've got, 25 minutes left. Something just popped into my head. Somebody sent me a message, an email, and said, somebody has bootlegged your band Panic Attack on YouTube. And I honestly don't know. I don't know what this is from, or whether this was something that I did or the drummer did, like set up a YouTube channel. It might have been, or it might have just been somebody that's been to watch our shows. Or when I say watch our shows, I'm talking about almost 20 years ago. So yeah, there are some videos of me performing, and I'm thinking of whether I can... I'm just thinking of whether... I'm going to have to move the Picture Corner screen over to the other screen. But there is a performance from the... Well, not that you'll know. The Clapham Grand in London. And this is me in my early 20s. Something like that. So absolutely years ago. And I'm thinking about just playing a bit of it. And it's my song called We Can Fall Down. But this was back when I couldn't sing, so we had a singer. And it's Chris. You guys who know Chris from the channel, he's been in the live chat room a few times, but also we did a cover together of Sweet Emotion, which, sometimes gets voted for as the cover video. So this is Chris, like almost 20 years ago, with me and Griff, who has always also been in the live chat room from, the live streams, but long-time viewers will know who Griff is. But this is us all, like not quite 20 years ago, but then AC is on drums as well. And James, who is Chris's brother, is on backing vocals. So I'm going to try and see if I can grab this from the screen and see if it's going to work or not. Now, I don't know how I'm going to show this on the screen. Maybe, I tell you what, if I put up the Picture Corner background without the music, and now I grab this, now we're cooking. If I can make this a little bit more centralized, maybe like this, then you might be able to see it. So this guy here playing the white Fender Strat, this is me almost 20 years ago. So we're going to have I said we're going to have a listen. It's just disappeared. What's happened here? Okay, we're back. So, obviously trying to do this through the software. I don't know whether you'll be able to hear this. Let's have a look.
This next song is called We Can Fall Down.
Is that coming through? Hopefully it's coming through. So just by the way, this is on the internet somewhere, and this is me. And by the way, this is fully live. No lip syncing, all that stuff. It's people playing instruments and singing. have... Oh! I almost forgot about the cheering at the end, because there is some of that. I didn't put that in. That's from the actual venue. So there we have it, and there we had it. That was me and the guys almost 20 years ago. And yeah, that is on the internet somewhere. But as you guys will know, or let me actually get rid of that and come back to here. As you guys will know, that song, We Can Fall Down, I put a middle 8 in there. That was it in its kind of basic form, probably close to where it was first written, probably. And I had the solo. I obviously can't remember. I don't know what I was doing in that solo. There were like different runs that I don't know. Obviously, I was doing different runs back then. So then I've now changed, or I changed the solo, that little melodic bit after the first chorus. I kept that the same. I've always liked that, as you can tell, for many years. But yeah, then had a middle 8 in there. And I think, yeah, at the end, doing the double chorus, I thought, it goes on a bit long. And then going back to the intro riff, I thought, yeah, I'll take that out as well. So it's interesting to see what the song was like, because I'd totally forgotten that I did the solo in, I had a key change for the solo. So yeah, but anyway, that is that. That was Panic Attack, my first original band, many years ago. And I'm not sure what that was filmed on. Obviously, it's not HD, but I'm thinking back then, what phones were like. Could you do proper videos on your phone, or was it the holding the thing that had the tape in it, like the actual camcorder? I can't remember. But anyway, there you go. That was We Can Fall Down from many years ago. Right. A little treat, or maybe torture for tonight. We are going to be jumping into the cover for tonight, and this is going to be a close one. I'm going to end the poll, and it's Hotel California that is won with 50% of the vote, so it's 50 point something. So we went down to decimal places in order to decide on this cover video for tonight. And by the way, the cover that I'm doing, obviously, this is after having learned to sing, which I couldn't do in the video that we just saw there. So we will jump into it. I hope you guys enjoy. And by the way, if you can hit the thumbs up, that would be very much appreciated. We're looking for another 56 more people to get involved and hit that thumbs up. So and now 55 more people, so we'll keep an eye on it. It would be a new record for the channel, but hopefully you enjoy my version of Hotel California, and I'll see you guys after. Rock!
On the dark desert highway, the cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell. And I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle and showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor. I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a long but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the night man, we're programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you like, but you may never leave.
And there we have it. That was my version of Hotel California. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and thank you for voting for that as tonight's cover video. Right, we still have Picture Corner to get into, so we will get into that in a second. The Phil Jam tonight is 6.5 minutes, which means we need 26 more people to hit that thumbs up button in the next 3 or 4 minutes. So we need a serious spike of the likes in order to fit everything in, but we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe we'll get there, maybe we won't, who knows. It would be a new record for the channel, we will see. But just quickly, donation in the PayPal window, and I can see that there's some action in the super chat window as well, so I will get to there. And Chris has donated £5.35. So thank you for that, Chris. Now this is a long... okay, it's a long message. It might be about a request. So Chris just says, congrats on 465,000 subscribers. So thank you for that. And... okay, yes, it is an analysis request. It's quite a long message, so I don't have time to read it all out. But thank you for that donation and the request for an analysis video. And you don't have to pay for analysis videos, by the way. You don't have to donate. You don't have to donate for anything. But thank you guys for donating. It is very much appreciated, but you don't have to. And Sue donated $19.99. Thank you for that, Sue. The message is, on this day in music history, the origins of We Can Fall Down. I did vote for that one to be played tonight, so thank you. So there we go. Not the We Can Fall Down requested, but the one that you got anyway. Yeah. A very, very old version of it. But thank you for that, Sue. And Karen's donated $10 as well. Thank you for that. The message is, hi Phil, I've always wondered about your early days, so thanks for sharing. Thanks for your honesty and integrity. I've been here for about 4 years and I'm grateful to be able to trust your content. So thank you for that. Right, 4 people. We're looking for 4 people in the live chat room to hit the thumbs up in order to have a Phil Jam, like literally, I was going to say literally now, but not quite literally now, because we're going to jump into Picture Corner and we will be having a jam. That is 660 likes. So thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. That's a new record for the channel. And it means that next week we're going to be aiming for another record. So I need everybody to turn up again, and even more people. So bring along some friends or something. So yeah, thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. We are going to be jumping into Picture Corner now. And we are in there now. I predict that I've given myself a bit of an issue here by showing that other video. It means that can you see that I'm trying to move this across? I tell you what, oh no, you can't see I'm moving it across because it's not even on the screen yet. Right, I'm going to attempt to do this. I don't know where this is going to appear, but I'll click on that, click on that. Oh, it's not too bad. It was almost in the middle. So yeah, it's very much guesswork when I'm trying to do this on the fly. But anyway, it's now on screen. And yeah, this is something that I mentioned. Was it in the last live stream? I can't remember. But or maybe a couple of live streams ago, about Bernard, who was looking for someone to order this foot switch pedal, the Marshall foot switch pedal, because it wouldn't be delivered to where he lives. So yeah, I said that maybe it's best to ask around on the supporters group over on Facebook to find if somebody can help out. But anyway, this is the message. Bernard said, "Greetings all. I want to thank Phil for taking the time to announce that I needed help in purchasing a Marshall foot switch that for some reason cannot be obtained in the US. To my great pleasure, I received an email from a wonderful Wings of Pegasus member named Alex in Germany. We worked together and she purchased the pedal and forwarded it to me in the US. I couldn't be more grateful. Thanks Phil and Alex. My 1 year wait has finally come to an end." So, great news. Bernard has got his foot switch. And yeah, thank you to Alex as well for getting involved and helping Bernard out. So yeah, happy end to that story, which is great. Right, let me show the next one. Oh, we're getting a little bit cut off there, and that's my fault, not quite making it the right size. There we go. Rock on Phil is what it says, and this is from Leslie. Leslie says, "Got my CD, bought a few more for gifts. Also revamped my wardrobe with a leather jacket. Hope you like the skull and crossbones earring." So thank you for that, Leslie. And we still got a couple more. So we've got Elaine here, who's showing off the Wings of Pegasus mug. And Elaine says, "Chamomile tea in Phil merch. Anyone? Just plug in the mug." So thank you for that. And Steve has sent this in, and it's some guy playing guitar. Oh, and by the way, that video from almost 20 years ago, that was me playing my white strap, and that is the same strap that you might see in other videos or maybe early analysis videos. So yeah, the one that I have got now is the one that actually in this picture is the one that Fender sent me very kindly. So yes, this was from Steve, and Laura has explained to me what it is, that it's a drink called Kool-Aid, which is something over in the USA, and the motto was "Oh yeah." But here in the UK we don't have Kool-Aid, so this is all totally lost on me. And is it a drink or something that's like a packet of flavoured powder is what Laura says, so that you mix with water, and it came in a bunch of flavours. So yeah, this is something that I've never had before, but it also sounds like it might have sugar in it, or quite a lot of sugar in it, if it's a fruity flavoured powder thing that you add water to. Who knows? But anyway, thank you Steve for sending that one in. And oh, what am I doing? I'm clicking on all the buttons multiple times, but we are back where we need to be. So we are going to be jumping into the Phil Jan. Let me turn on the microphone, make sure that I'm up to date with everything. And Kaylee's donated $10 as well. Thank you for that in the messages. I am new here, but have to say that cover of Hotel California is excellent. So thank you for that. And oh yeah, Kaylee, I was trying to sort out before the live stream. For some reason, I think she could comment, but then couldn't comment, or something wasn't happening, or I don't know what happened, but we sorted it out somehow before the live stream. And let's get organised. So we're going to grab the guitar and right, zoom out as well, which is this. Sometimes the red dude's a bit shy. You have to press it multiple times. Right, that. And where are we? As always, let me know what the levels are like. Oh,
everyone is talking about this, honey.
Okay, we've got an advert here. Let me move that. And, oh, was it me or was that advert going really quickly? It sounded like it's going really, somebody talking really quickly, but I think, yeah, well, if this is on double speed or something, we're going to have a very fast fill jam. Right, let's, okay, this is Yesterday's Memory. Beautiful guitar, backing track in B minor, and this is from Darren's Music Studio on YouTube. If you guys want to check it out yourselves, let me know what the levels are like. I'm going to play this because we haven't got a lot of time. Okay, gone clean. Can you hear this? To judge this. Oh. Maybe that's better. What if I go with a little bit of a heavier sound? What's about And there we have it. It's a fade out ending. There's not a lot you can do about it. The only thing you can do about it, if you're playing quite softly, you can pretend that you're fading out as well. So there you go. That's what I went for in the end. That was Yesterday's Memory. Beautiful guitar backing track in B minor from Darren's Music Studio on YouTube. So, yeah, that was the Fill Jam for tonight. Thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up and getting us to 660 likes for tonight. New record for the channel. We're going to be aiming for a larger target next week, like I said, so if you can join me again next week, that would be great and very much appreciated. So yeah, a bit of a chilled out, mellow backing track just to relax to on a Saturday night. And yeah, hopefully the levels were okay. It's very difficult when obviously trying to adjust things on the fly and turn. I think my guitar was actually quite loud maybe, so I had to, or hang on, no, the backing track was quite loud, but I didn't have really anywhere I could go with my guitar for some reason. It was already coming across as very loud, even though the backing track was maybe too loud. So yeah, interesting with the levels tonight. But anyway, that is it, and we are up to date with everything. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I'm going to be here with another video tomorrow night, so look out for that one. And all that's left for me to say is try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I will catch you guys at the next one. Rock!